Nancy Pelosi just went on live television and basically told Joe Biden to take a hike. I want you to hear this clip in its entirety. Let's cue it up.
Does he have your support to be the head of the Democratic ticket?
As long as the president has it's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because time is running short.
Okay, Nancy, guess what? He made the decision. He really did, really and truly. He's been telling you guys over and over and over and over again. I mean, that's why he went on George Stephanopoulos' big show on Friday night, right? To say, guess what? I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. And by the way, we've had to listen to Dr. Jill, tell us that over and over and over again, that Joe's not going anywhere. And yet Nancy says, well, he has to make a decision. Is that like an underhanded way of saying it's my way or the highway? In other words, you go or we take you out? That's what it sounds like to me. It's a little bit of a threat. She's making it very clear. You either step down or else. You know, we've talked about this in the past. I mean, was there some kind of scheme going on? They've got some goods on Joe Biden, so to speak, especially vis-a-vis Hunter Biden, especially vis-a-vis those documents that he took and those tapes that exist. I mean, wouldn't you like to hear those things now? You wonder why Robert Hur was like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get any kind of conviction on this guy because they're going to just think he's a feeble old man who can't remember anything, who's not, by the way, in good health. So the Democrats have a little bit of, shall we say, material, right, on Joe Biden. So this might have been, if you really think about it, some kind of orchestrated move from the very beginning. I kept saying, why did they let him do a debate? I mean, they could have hid behind, oh, he's not a real candidate and all that jazz, which was bogus, but that's what they could have done. And said Joe Biden's not going to debate him, but somehow they convinced him. And they say, oh, well, he convinced us that he really wanted to do it. No. If you're a smart political advisor, you wouldn't allow that. And then they had him all holed up at Camp David for 7 days, filling his head with who knows what, because he got out there and kind of just malfunctioned over and over and over again. All those facts and figures, you know? I mean, you look at the handlers and you say, was this a setup? Is it deliberate? Are they like cueing themselves one after another with Nancy Pelosi doing this? It's very staged. And then 2 hours later, George Clooney hitting the tape with his big op-ed in the New York Times. I will say this, they're running out of time. They don't have a lot of time. They got to figure this one out. But you know what, Donald Trump? He's like, it's okay. It's okay. We got it. We can handle it no matter who they put forward. And he can, because policy is on his side. Here's Donald Trump saying, no matter what, we're winning. I want you to watch him.
Despite all the Democrat panic this week, the truth is it doesn't matter who they nominate because we are going to beat any one of them in thundering landslides. And this November is going to be amazing, going to be the most important election in the history of our country because our country's going down the tubes. That's a nice way of saying our country's not doing too well. We've never had anything like it. Our borders, our economy, the worst inflation ever. We have the politics on our side. We have the policies on our side that will make America great again, and they don't. They will only continue to destroy our nation. Our nation is being destroyed.
He's right. He's got the policies on his side. That's what matters right now, ladies and gentlemen. We need better policy. We need better economic policy. We need better border policy. We need better international policy. What has happened over the last nearly 4 years has been a train wreck, a travesty. I mean, I can't believe it. I can't believe my eyes. I was actually reduced. I remember those days after Afghanistan. A lot of you, Leslie, for example, you were here and I was like practically crying. I mean, I've never cried on TV before, but I'm watching that stuff in real time. I couldn't believe it. All of this stuff which could be avoided and yet isn't. I mean, inflation, great example, could have been avoided, should have been avoided, didn't need to have a third stimulus check from the likes of Joe Biden, coupled with Chuck Schumer's massive spending program, coupled with a big giant giveaway for a whole bunch of kids that may or may not have graduated from college and signed on the dotted line for money that they now don't want to repay. Thank you very much, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. All of these things which have contributed massively to inflation. It's something we talk about that we want want you to be prepared for at 76 Research, 76research.com, my company that I co-founded with Rob Horton. Actually, Rob and I may be a little bit later on in the day on our YouTube channel for 76 Research. It's at 76 Research. So I encourage you to go take a look at that. But more importantly, let me tell you about our offer that we have. For just $1, you can get our research at the 76 Report. Go to 76report.com or 76research.com. Sign up for the $1 promo. We're offering it for the month of July. I'm really excited about this because it's a chance for a couple of months for you to get in at just $1 a month, you guys, so that you're going to get access to the best-in-class financial research. And then if you're so inclined for additional, I think it works out to some $23 a month. This is like money well spent. You can get one of the model portfolios, one of which is inflation protection. Another is growth oriented because there is still a great growth story going on despite the headaches we see and sort of the headwinds out there. And there's also an income builder portfolio for those of you that are nearing retirement or want to have some kind of income coming in as you invest. So take a look at this at 76research.com. Rob spent many, many years on Wall Street, a couple of decades, running billions of dollars, and he's an outstanding stock picker. I would say myself, I'm not so bad at gauging the macro environment and have been on the front lines, frankly, of every financial crisis and success over the last couple of decades as a reporter. And I've seen it from that live financial media cycle. And my big advice to everybody is to tune it out and to think about what's real. And this is your opportunity to do that. So check out 76research.com. But Trump is right. He's got policy on his side, and that's a really, really good thing.